Turns out the pot of gold may not be at the end of the rainbow, but in your cupcake for St. Patrick's Day. Janine Washle is here from Cloverfield's Farm and Kitchen to show us how to make some great treats that have a little Irish tradition to them as well.
Absolutely. And you can feature potatoes in your dessert. And I formulated a recipe. This is an original recipe for me, and I'm calling it an Irish potato bundt cake.
Okay.
And the potato, when you think about it, we put applesauce in cakes to add moisture.
Right.
And the potato is a very neutral flavor, so I put a little cocoa powder in there to give it a little pizzazz. And instead of using water, I used Irish tea, and it's just the most delightful flavor combination.
So tea, Irish tea and potatoes in this cake.
Super moist.
Okay.
And then I made some black and tan brownies. Now, black and tan was actually a derisive term used at the beginning of the 20th century for some English soldiers that came to squash an uprising, of Irish people. So now it's just a drink made with lager and with stout, and no one's up in fisticuffs about it anymore. And of course, I had to translate it into brownies, and then the
they have Guinness in them.
Yes, the chocolate part has the Guinness in it, and then this is a steel cut oat, and these are oat slices with dried fruit. It has bananas, cranberries, and raisins in it.
Okay, sounds good. Now we're making cupcakes. This is something the children will enjoy. You can make your own rainbow cupcakes, and Janine's going to show us how to accomplish this with an icing bag, and then you also can do a pot of gold cupcake. Now, how does that work?
Yes, I think St. Patrick's Day is a really fun time to talk about leprechauns, and and especially when you have young children, just kind of play around. So I've just cut a little piece out of the center, and then I'm taking a Rolo, and I'm just going to stick it down in here like that, and then I take the top of that piece that we cut and just put it back on top like that, and then just smear some frosting on it. And then you would continue frosting along. But if you wanted to do the rainbow frosting, I want to show you how to stripe a bag. So I just bought these bags, the disposable bags at Michael's. And all you do is color your frosting. I like 5 colors because the more colors, the better. You could use less.
It's more like a rainbow. You're getting closer to that.
Absolutely. And all you do is take your palette knife or your spatula and take a blob of icing on the end of it and just hold your bag like this in your palm and go all the way down as far as you can. Of course, you would have your tip down here.
You're going to cut that to put the icing on anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you just stripe it like this. And then you would just proceed with your next color, next color, next color. Okay. And what you end up with is a bag
that looks like this.
Yes.
But you have white icing down in the center.
In the center. And
so
then
it comes out colored as it
goes, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So I just grasp the top of it, and I'm just going to give it a squeeze here just to get it started. Let's see, it was in the refrigerator, so it's a little bit, my hand's a little bit weak right now. But you see how it comes out, and it comes out like a rainbow.
And then as you swirl it around, that's where you start to see all the color.
Exactly, and so what you end up with is this rainbow cupcake. But if that's a little bit much for you, you can flat ice, and that's just simply icing flat, and you can take your sprinkles and put them into a bowl. And personally, I think the more sprinkles, the better. And so I like to dump them into a flat little plate like that, and you can just roll them around, and you can get the edges really well.
Which is different from sprinkling on top, where you get only the middle of the cupcake. So this way,
because you're only, when you do that, you're only getting that many on there. And that way you get a really nice effect, and as many sprinkles as you can possibly muster on there.
Okay, well, let's get some more then. My children think everything tastes better with sprinkles, right?
Absolutely. Yes. And and then that's just a lot easier than if you do this. I mean, that's all that you get, and you're wasting more of them. But if you lay it in the plate or even in your hand, you can roll it around like this.
And you're good.
And you've got tons of sprinkles on there.
All right. Well, Janine always shares her recipes and her how-tos with us. All you have to do is go to WDRB in the Morning page from WDRB.com. Look for food and recipes. We'll have a link. You email Janine by clicking on that link, and then she emails you a whole booklet of ideas that will give you a great theme for your St. Patrick's Day celebration. Janine, thank you. Good to see you as always.
Nice to see you.